Welcome back to the Million Dollar Landscaper podcast. I'm your host, Scott Molchan, and today I wanted to talk to you about something that every landscaper needs to know, and that's the power of having great images, great photography in the marketing of your landscaping business. You know, whether it's on your website or in social media, that picture it's worth 1,000 words, and honestly, probably in landscaping, it's probably worth tens of thousands of words. So why are these images so important in our line of work? I want you to think about it this way. If a potential customer is out there on the interwebs and searching up your business, what is going to catch their eye first? Is it going to be the words? Is it going to be the list of services, your prices? Probably not. It's probably going to be that awesome looking waterfall, that amazing manicured lawn you have there. That is what's going to help separate you from the other people. And it is something that I've been talking to many landscapers about here recently. In our landscape business group, landscape business owners Facebook group, we've been talking about marketing a lot and different things. And through our coaching, we've been talking to more and more landscapers about how they're marketing their business. And one of the first things that I do when I go to chat with them about this is I go look at their website. I'm looking at their social media and I'm taking a look at everything they have going on. And one of the biggest things I see, and I don't mean to be mean about this, is the amount of bad images out there, the amount of bad photographs out there. It is crazy. And it's one of those things you really have to think about how it's going. We talk about value and how you can separate yourself from the competitor. And this is one of the easiest things that you can do. Again, going back to our example, that customers looking at the websites and stuff and the social media, and they come across two companies there. They got it down to two different companies. Company A has a picture that has, grass clippings on the lawn or on the sidewalk. This company over here, everything's picture perfect, everything's nice and neat and straight lines and no gravel, no dirt on the sidewalk. It is crisp, looks amazing. Who are they probably going to go with? They're probably going to go with this company that's over here that has that amazing looking pictures. Now, you may know that company over there does crap work, but it's one of those things that helps set your businesses apart. And again, I don't mean to be mean about this, but when I was chatting with someone the other day, I was looking at one of the pictures they had on their social media accounts, and they were taking a picture of some shrubs they trimmed. However, when they took the picture, they were, the picture was against, I believe it was a garage, but they're taking it back, and they can capture some of the lawn that was there and the shrubs they trim. That lawn had grass clippings all over it. Whoever mowed it must have left it lawn, and they trimmed it and just went all over it. It was just a mess. It was on the sidewalk. And I asked the person about this. I was like, what about this picture here? He's like, well, I didn't mow that. That was the homeowner. Okay, I get that. But that potential customer has no idea that you didn't touch that lawn. Now, if you're going to take pictures of that, you may have to spend a few minutes cleaning up, putting things away. That makes a huge difference. And just when that person seeing that, it like clicked. You're like, I never thought about it that way. So I wanted to express this to you guys and make sure you guys understood that having good quality photos is a game changer. If you own a landscaping or lawn care business and you're looking to take it to the next level, you should check out Jobber's Masters of Home Service podcast. This isn't just another industry show. It's packed full of actual growth strategies and wisdom tailored for the home service world. Are you looking to break that $1 million mark? Eager to transform your customer experience? Want to keep your staff engaged? Or even looking to introduce AI into your business operations? Masters of Home Service has you covered. You're going to dive into episodes that cover marketing, hiring, sales, operations, mental preparedness, branding, and so much more. Each episode is a masterclass in business growth featuring real service business owners who turn challenges into huge successes. This podcast is more than just listening. It's about learning from each other and leveling up with real practical advice. check out Jobber's Masters of Home Service podcast and join a community that's all about elevating and growing together in this world of home services. They release new episodes every Tuesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You know you want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com, and for $100 off, mention the $1 Million Landscaper podcast.
Now, many of us, we are not photographers. We've never taken classes. I personally have never taken classes. I've taken a workshop here and there, but we are not professional photographers. But I want to share with you some tips of some things that I have personally learned along the way. And one of the biggest things is taking a ton of different photos, especially if you have like a waterfall or some nice landscaping. I am taking a ton of photos from every single angle that I can. I'm laying on the ground. I'm putting it up. I'm putting it down. I'm in the grass. I'm just taking a ton of different photos. And then when I get back, I'm looking at those photos and be like, oh, that's garbage. That looks awesome. Garbage, whatever it is. I'm throwing away the garbage ones and I'm keeping the good ones. And I'm just going to, put those away and use them on our website. I'm going to use them wherever. Now, I'm not going to get into different phones, because we can, obviously having a good quality phone is important. You can have a great camera too. But most of the time, we can capture some great quality photos with just our smartphones. Now, if you don't have a smartphone, no, you don't have to go out and buy one. But is one of your crew members, is one of your relatives have the newest iPhone or, newest Samsung phone, whatever it is? Could they come take a picture? Probably. That's something I would recommend because having that good quality photo, again, is so important. Now, I'm not going to get into the different settings and stuff on your phones because every phone's different and there's so many different apps out there. But it is important to learn some of those basic settings on there to, the ISOs and F settings and all those types of things. It's important to understand at least some of the basics of what those things do so you can slow down that waterfall a little bit and grab that awesome looking picture of that waterfall coming over the edge or whatever it is. Learning how to use your camera at night is important. And it might just be you going out there and, go in your backyard and taking a picture of the water feature, taking a picture of that landscape lighting, whatever it is, and just playing with it and getting used to it and adjust the settings just to get some good quality photos. The next thing that I want to share with you is to get out there and make it look nice. Going back to how I mentioned about the grass clippings on the lawn, the grass clippings that were on the sidewalk, I'm making sure that is pristine. I'm making sure every speck of dirt is off whatever I'm going to take a picture of. I'm making sure that hose reel is either wrapped up or put away, taken away from the picture right now. I'm making sure it looks really nice. The next level would be staging some things, especially if you do in a patio, an outdoor kitchen or fireplace or anything like that. Have that fire going. Have that, glass of wine and a bottle of wine set up. Having people in there is even better. If you can get the homeowners in there, and obviously we want to get their permission and get some written paperwork saying that, you can use their photos online and whatnot. But if you could have those types of things, that is a huge thing. I used to take pictures of my boys, my younger sons when they were younger, with them in the waterfalls and in the ponds. My nieces and nephews, with their feet kicking the water in the waterfall. Those things is what helps people visualize that they can live in this, they can do this, they can hire you for this because they can relate to it. They want to have the family around and having dinner at the table, so having those things set up that way is a huge thing. And again, having some of the staging, it might just be you going to whatever, I don't know, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, you have one of those where you can go buy some of this cheap, plastic dishware that looks nice. You can't tell it's plastic or not, but having that set up and just going buying that cheap bottle of wine and just turning it the other direction, whatever it is, having that set up and make it look nice. Have that grill open and have some hamburgers on there, hot dogs on there, cooking, and somebody there with, look like they're cooking. Whatever it is, having that set up that where the customers can relate to it is really going to set you apart. Now, the next level up from that would be to hire a professional photographer. Now, you don't have to go out spend thousands of dollars on this if you're not at that point, but it is definitely worth having those good quality photos again that we can use in our print items, that we use on our website and our social media. Having somebody that has that eye, has that knack for taking good quality photos is very, it's going to set you apart, because it's the difference between night and day between having this company here and this company here that has a professional photography. You can tell it when you look at it. Now, you don't necessarily have to go hire a professional. What if you can go out and hire a high school student or a college student that is learning photography? That might be a little bit lower price item that you can do, but it's going to be better than your phone. It's going to be better than your cheapo camera that you have at home. But having something like that could be a game changer. So that again is the next level up. So if you can do some of those things, that is going to set you apart. And again, we want to have these photos on your website. We want to be updating your photos every so often on your website, on your social media. You should be putting these out there. Not saying you can't use the same photos from time to time, but if you have a picture of a patio that you did 10 years ago, it might have looked awesome that time, but that brick might not be available anymore. That stone may not be available anymore. That color's not available anymore. So having those updated pictures every so often is so important. A website is not something that's just one and done. In my opinion, it should be something that's updated very, very least once a year. You should be having those pictures updated and, keeping up with the times and you're putting some of your best work out there. We're always getting better at our work, so why not have that pictures out there? Now, I'm not saying you have to go back and delete all your old photos that you have on social media. I'm not saying that at all, but you always want to be putting your best work out there and pushing it more and more. It's not just pictures of the product either. It's pictures of your team, having those on there, videos of your team, having that on there again is one of those things that helps set you apart. But guys, photography is so important. And like I said, it's one of those things that's really sets you apart. We have somebody that's in our academy that has a professional photographer come out there, especially for like their landscape lighting products, landscape lighting jobs, because it's hard to capture that, at least in my opinion. Maybe you know better than I do as far as how to do it with your smartphone. But capturing that night photos is very difficult. So having the professional photographer like they have done is a game changer. Having the trees all lit up and capturing that crisp image on and putting on your website, that is what helping them get to the next level. They have jumped so far in their landscape business, and I believe part of it is due to do with their marketing. They've done a lot of other things, but having that those nice pictures, those nice images out there is what's setting those apart. And that's what their customers are seeing. So I encourage you guys to really spend the time, look at your images you have on your website, look at the images you have on your social media, on your postcards you're sending out, your flyers you're putting out there. Is it good quality? Is there garbage in there? Is there hose reels? Is there, just pictures of your trucks that are just kind of falling apart? Think about it from the customer's perspective. What is going to set you apart from your competitors? So I encourage you to really take a second look, if you will, at your pictures that you put out there. And again, use some of those tips. Like I said, get multiple different angles and different heights and different points of view. It is a huge can make a huge difference in your business. So again, guys, we are talking more and more about marketing in this next few months over in our Landscape Business Owners Facebook group. This might be something that we do. We might be doing a class on pictures and how to optimize them for your website and stuff like that. If something like that interests you, let us know in the comment section, and let us know that it's something that you would like to learn a little bit more about. Perhaps I can come on and chat with you, and we could bring on some professional photographers to kind of give you some better tips on how to do that and how to post and all those things you need to do for your landscape business. So put an interested tag in the comment section and let us know, guys.